So before I will start talking about the result of our operations, well, one window is not the most important notion here. The most important is how we went through this way. I can also talk about, by the way, the experience of Kazan, capital of Tatarstan. We employed their experience. We also used certain results of the work of the Agency of Strategic Initiatives. So fortunately, we could lower the amount of administrative procedures. We lowered the amount of time needed for going through all these administrative procedures. And the results were talking about, and Mr. Putin was talking about the necessity to implement different procedures to lower administrative barriers, also to make a more direct contact on the part of entrepreneurs to civil servants, so that that could be made within. So we have made lots of preparations for that.
That took a great deal of time, of course, because to announce and to implement something, you need to prepare very seriously. Minsk is working on the basis of the general plan of the urban development that has been prepared for the period of time until 2030. The Minsk current population of Minsk is about 2 million people. So we have, based on the general plan, the urban plan development, there is a clear-cut way forward, and there are spare areas to accommodate investors. I think we have managed to create a classical investment infrastructure. We've got a science park, a regional technological park, business incubators. We also have established an industrial park. So the classical infrastructure is there, and it's being new facilities are being added, which allows Minsk to increase GDP, and the population of Minsk increases by 15 or 18,000 people per annum, which means that there is a resource out there for developing business. Also, we have developed detailed urban development plans where we have identified where to build, what to build, in what numbers and volumes. But this, of course, is not sufficient for attracting investment. So we are taking this further and building on the available plans. We do analysis of individual areas, trying to identify what engineering infrastructure needs to be added in order to provide all necessary infrastructure to a potential investor, which means that investor, when he comes along, is given a full understanding what are the suitable areas for potentially locating manufacturing facilities, which allows any investor to take an informed decision. On the basis of the available rules and regulations, Minsk, the city of Minsk, is operating on the basis of Belarus legislation. We do not have our own regional standalone legislation. So the Belarus legislation allows for certain preferences to be given to an investor, provided that an investment project caters for particular needs of the city. The investor can be given all sorts of incentives, like the free use of land plots or free access to infrastructure, to electricity grids, for example. So we have undertaken this obligation, this commitment to respond to prospective investors in 1 month's time, following a short series of consultations. So we try to respond within 1 month. as an exception, it can be extended to 2 months in the cases where we require some additional consultations with the investor, or rather, the investor needs some additional research and consultations in order to make their investment decisions. We also operate a special agency which can help investors to go through all series of necessary endorsements and approvals, especially when an investment project, again, is of particular importance and of particular relevance for the city of Minsk. And very often, we would waiver certain approvals to an investor if that is not particularly required, or if similar investment projects have already been approved. So that can accelerate the procedure of investment approvals. There are hundreds of investors currently operating on the basis of this framework. Well, of course, compared to Russia, the projects that we implement are not as large scale, of lesser scale. And anyway, there are a number of Russian investors in Belarus, like Bank, in particular. We used to be a single shareholder of Bank Belarus. Now we are not. Upon the whole, I would claim that we have established a very informative and forthcoming system for investor relations that allows investors from Europe, in particular from Germany, from Austria, from other countries, to pursue their business interests in Belarus. And the rule that we have set for ourselves, on numerous occasions we say that an investor is always right. Just like in the Soviet era, there was a popular saying that the buyer is always right. Well, we tend to believe that the investor is always right, and we are there to help investors in overcoming the difficulties that they might have, and in order to accelerate the investment process. And I think we have made a very good use of experience that was gained in Moscow. And this is a good occasion for me to extend a word of thanks to this forum on foreign investment. By the way, we are going to have the fourth Belarus Republic Investment Forum, which will be taking place in Belarus. In the previous years, it took place in London and in other cities. This time, it's taking place in Belarus. So let me take this opportunity to invite all of you to attend. I wish you every success and thank you for your attention.